Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Monkey Around Reviews. Today we have the Apatner Disco Light DMX Stage Party Light, or as I like to call it, the LED Mini Par Light. Now this light has a single 15 watt red, green, and blue LED inside of it. So it puts out enough light for your indoor parties, such as a wedding or a DJ setup. I wouldn't recommend it for an outdoor. It even says that it is an indoor light because the waterproofing isn't great for your outdoor weather. So we're going to go ahead and open this up and see what's inside of it. So this actually has a remote control. So when you put this into a manual mode, this controls everything from your strobing to your colors to your speed. It's all on here. So actually on here you have color, power, jump, fade, sound, and flash, color minus and plus, speed minus and plus. Then there's a DMX and an IP button with some plus and minuses on it as well. Also has the instruction manual. And then we've got the light itself. So like I said, it is a single LED par in here. That one LED has a red, green, blue in it. On the back you have DMX in and out, and you have your LED here with your menu buttons with your menu up, down, and enter that'll let you assign your DMX or your manual mode. Now speaking of manual mode, not only can you choose which color you want or to have it on some movement with colors and speed, it also has sound activation. A lot of times you find that you just want to turn it on and have it move to the beat of the music. This does have that option. But what I really like is the DMX control. A lot of times you don't find that on these small single affordable lights, but this does have DMX along with the manual and along with the sound activation. So let's plug this thing in and see how it works. Alright, welcome back. So I've turned off the lights in here so we can actually see the color and the brightness from the actual fixture and the lights that are around me. So right now it is plugged in with power, and as you see there is nothing on the screen because it comes on powered off. So I can either go through the buttons in the back or I can use the remote. The sensor for the light is on the front. So we're going to go through here and just hit a couple of the buttons. So the DMX and the IP button on the bottom, if I hit that, you see that the DMX light comes on there. It says D001, and by hitting up and down I can actually choose the DMX address. The IP button does the same. I'm not exactly sure what that changes. The manual says that IP is for slave mode. So I guess that's for if you want to put one in master and one in slave, you can put numbers together down the same line. I'll play a little bit with more later, or I'll ask the manufacturer to find out exactly what that means. But we aren't going to be doing DMX yet. We are just going to do the manual modes. So the first thing we're going to do is hit the color button. So as you see, it's got a nice blue light and it says A01. So we can now come to the color up and down, and you can start seeing the colors changing as I cycle through the colors. So there are 10 colors total. There you go. Then we can hit the power button and it goes off. Now the next button on here is the jump button. And this also lines up to the A02, where the color button's at A01. So same thing if you use the manuals on the back. So this A02 is jumping through the colors. So instead of using the color button on here, you can use the speed button, and you can speed it up or slow it down. And this is going all the way up to 32 for its speed. So here it is at 32. And then here it is at 1, where we were just at. So that is your jump. We also have fade, which is A3. So this is where it's going to fade through the colors. Same thing, you would use the speed on here. Right now we're at 1. If we go the other direction and hit 32, you're going to see it go really fast through all the colors. Instead of it jumping, it's kind of a nice fade through each color, is what you can actually see if I slow this down. Let's go to about 20. There you go, now you can start seeing that there. So as you see, it's going through the different colors with a nice slow fade. So let's take this back to 1. Alright, so then we also have sound, which is your A4. Now this is where I was saying it was sound activated. So and last on here you have flash. So this is a strobing effect, and you can change the color and the speed on here as well with the buttons. So there's your red, green, blue, and I can bring your speed up where you get a nice fast strobe of that color. Change the colors here again. Let me turn this off real fast. So as you're seeing, this little remote gives you all the control you need, so you never really have to go to the back here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug this into DMX so we can see how a DMX board can control all the features as well. Now this light does not come with the DMX cable, so you have to provide your own. It uses the 3-pin DMX, so you just plug this right in on the back. We're going to come into DMX mode, and I'm just going to assign it channel 1. And now we're going to see what each channel does here on the board. Now the instruction manual does come and tell you what each channel is. It says, I'm going to read right through these so we do it correctly. It's a 7-channel DMX light. Channel 1 can actually cycle you through all those features we just went through. So A1 through A5. So it's all about a percentage. So I'm going to select my first fixture. I'm going to make sure this thing works. It's working. Okay, so 0 through 10 is off. 11 through 50 is your static color. 51 through 100 is the jump. 101 through 150 is your gradual change or your fade. 151 to 200 is your sound activation, so you can still do sound activation with the DMX board. And A5 is your 201 through 255, and that is your strobe. So it says with the static color, you still have to use channel 2 to assign the color. And then your colors are 0 through 39 is all the colors, and then each step of, it looks like 19 would be colors. So 40 through 59 is red, 60 through 79 is green, 80 through 99 is blue, and so on. So we're going to come in here just past the 10. I'm going to be, okay, right here we're at 20, so we're in the A1. Let's turn this off to the side a little bit so I don't hurt you on your eyes. And now I can come into channel 2 and I can change the color of the static color. And that's just by changing channel 2 here. Alright, so we have a color chosen there. Now, if I take this up to 51 to 100 on channel 1, there we are, right at 60. That's the jump, so you can actually see it's jumping. Now I can come in here on channel 3 and it changes the speed. There you go. And that's all through the DMX board still. Alright, so let's bring that down. The next one is going to be 101 through 150, which is your gradual. So let's bring that, there we go, we're at 117. So it says I can take channel 2 and choose the color, and channel 3 for the speed. So there we are at all the way up for the fast changing. Bring that down a little bit. And I'm not sure, let me see, is channel 2 really doing anything? I don't think channel 2 is actually changing the color. So it does say combine channel 2 and channel 3, but I don't really see what channel 2 is doing. I'm taking it up and down and nothing's changing. Well, obviously it's still going through the gradual color change. And if I take it all the way up, oh, there it is. Now I can see it. So the gradual is going through just the color that you're choosing and white or off. So the gradual is just, there we go. So there's white. I guess when I slow it down, you can see it a little better. And it's going to go back into white there. I can change it on the color selection here. And it's going to go from white to green. If I take it down even farther, from green to white. Take it all the way up here. Actually, let's take it to right there, purple. So that's how that one works. So you can change the speed of the gradualness, and then you can choose which color you want to do the gradual changes in between. All right, so the next one is A4, that's sound activation. That's between 151 and 200. So let's just take this to 162. And now we should have some changing with my voice. Boom, ba-doom, boom. So you're seeing that going with my snapping here. And it's saying that I can also do a color combination. So let's see what happens when I change the color. Red, green, blue, yellow. It's still going through them all. Yeah, so that I don't understand what it's actually doing with the color combination. Because it just seems to be cycling through each color, no matter where I have the color combination set for there. But you do have your sound activation for it to jump around. And then lastly, 201 to 255 is your strobe. So I'll just bring that right up into that value. And this uses the color combination and the speed as well. So I can come in here and choose my color. So hey, we want a blue strobe, and then I can bring the speed of the strobe up. There's a slow strobe, all the way up to a fast strobe. And as it's strobing, I can change the color by just changing channel 2. So that's showing you channels 1, 2, and 3 through what the manual is telling you to use them for with the existing A1 through A5s. Now there's still other channels. There's 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now 4 says it's master dimming for channels 5 through 7. And then 5, 6, and 7 is your red, green, and blues brightness. So what I can do is let me bring all the channels down. So what I got to do is bring up channel 4, which is my master dimming. And as you see, nothing happens yet. But we are going to take it all the way up. And now I can create the color I want with 5, 6, and 7. So 5 is red, 6 is green, and 7 is blue. So I can actually mix my colors here. And that's your, all 3 up is white. I can take out 6, and it does red and blue together to give you a nice purple. But as you're seeing now, I have those, I can change the brightness in here as well, which mixes the color in. Or I can take 4, which is my master dimming, so we can say, oh, I like this color, but now I can actually dim this color as a whole, rather than just dimming one of the colors. So with DMX, not only have the same control that this remote has, it also gives you color selection and brightness selection for the light. So it's a nice little added feature there, especially if you're wanting to program some specific colors and specific brightnesses for the stage that you're shooting on. With DMX, this light can do it. All that being said, Keep this. Do not lose the instruction manual. It's very important so you know what each channel does and where each stop on channel 1 activates the next level. I will put this in the description just in case you happen to lose it. That way you always have it as a reference to come back to. I hope you like our little demo of this Apatner LED Par. I think it's a great little light. Let me unplug the DMX cable real fast here. The one thing I didn't show is it does have the ability to be hung from a T-bar or truss. There's a hole right here that you can put your mounting clip. So it'll hang just like that and you can angle it. There is a fan. I can hear it spinning away inside. There's plenty of exit holes around the whole thing to let it keep cool, so that is kind of nice. As a reminder, the IR is in the front for the remote control. I would recommend this light for something like a wedding or in a bar or any type of party. I would not recommend it for outdoor use. It is not waterproof rated, especially with all these fan holes that are in here. Water will get right in here. That will not be good. And you probably would need a bunch of these outdoors to really get the brightness that you're looking for. But as we saw indoors, this puts out a lot of light for 15 watts right here. This remote makes it real easy to control. You don't have to get back here and get to the buttons for your menu and your settings. And the DMX makes it kind of a professional light because you can come in and do whatever you want with the DMX board. So once again, this has been Monkeying Around Reviews, and this is the Apatner LED Par light. If you like what you've seen or you have any questions, please make sure to comment below. And as always, make sure to subscribe.